95% of people have gained their weight back. So what's the magical, like you said, the little pearl? It's protein. And we also didn't know how much protein people needed. Turns out they need a heck of a lot of protein. The most recent studies published within the last 3 years show that people need about 1.5 grams of protein per kilogram or per pound of lean body mass. So just as an example, a guy like me, 220 pounds, that's 100 kilos, I need to be on 150 grams of protein a day in order to not lose muscle while I'm losing weight.
How can you do that?
It's very hard. Why? Because protein has to be cooked. Except for milk, cheese,
I was going to say
tuna fish.
Peanut butter, but that's already cooked.
Peanut butter. Most proteins need to be cooked. So you'd be cooking all day long to get that much protein in your system, right? So the best way to do it, and what studies have all shown us, the medical literature is just 100% in this direction. The best way to do this is with a protein supplement, typically in the form of a milkshake. I formulated, along with the help of some endocrinologists and PhD nutritionists, what's considered the best meal replacement on the market. The shake has the highest protein of any meal replacement. It's also physician only. You can't buy it in the store. You can't buy it on the web. You'll never be able to buy it on the web. We get calls all day long. How can I get this? You know, from patients or family members that want to get it. You have to go to a doctor to get it that's doing Cornerstone. It's got the highest protein. It's got the highest mineral vitamin content of any meal replacement on the market. It's got the only one with medium chain triglycerides. It's got the highest vitamin D3, and that's the hot topic now for physicians all over because we were ignoring vitamin D for so long because we thought everybody got it from sunlight. It turns out they're not, primarily because of sunblock. It's got 800 units per shake, so you're getting about, with milk, you're getting about 1,800 units. The average meal replacement, the highest I've ever seen, is 50 units. This is not an artificial substance. And again, it's a partial meal replacement. This is not a liquid diet. They're eating this, they're taking this to increase their protein while keeping their calories lower, along with other food. The other two supplements are something called Omega Health, which is a very, very high-end, high-grade, extremely high-potency omega-3. And omega-3s are extremely important in people that have heart risk factors, diabetes. The other supplement is called Metacyst. And briefly what I did was I took all the ingredients that were shown in more than 10 randomized trials to stabilize blood sugar levels and insulin levels and pack them into one tablet, which the patient then takes before each meal. The nicest thing about Metacyst is it actually was shown in rats to increase serotonin levels 44%. And since many of our patients are depressed because they eat, and they eat because they're depressed, it kind of breaks that cycle.
Dr. Hopkins, what do you think about supplements?
Well, I think that when used correctly as a tool to treat a medical condition, and that's how I use it in my practice, I look at this as a medical tool. It's a medical tool that's used by the doctor and the patient, and when it's kept in that realm and it's treatment of a medical condition, then of course I feel very comfortable.
There's an accountability factor here and a structure that keeps patients coming back.
Right. And that's the key. If you're talking about weight loss and for patients to being successful, you know, patients have not been successful because they haven't had routine follow-up. Follow-up is the key. And the dynamic that is really important now is that you are engaging your physician, you're working with your physician every time. Cornerstone is not about someone doing something one time or for a few months. It's about a tool that the doctor uses in the office routinely. As long as they're following that patient, it's something they can use as long as the patient is trying to lose weight and improve their health.
Enough now from you guys. I think I want to hear what the patients out there have said and what they've found to be true.
When I did start the Cornerstone Wellness Program, I was 215 pounds and 49% fat, which was astounding to me because I had actually lost 20 pounds on another weight loss plan, but I didn't lose the right 20 pounds. Some people ask me, you know, how'd you lose weight? And when I share it with them, they're just so, they can't even believe it. And they say, what are you going to do, drink shakes for the rest of your life? And I said, well, I just might, because I've never felt better.
I lost 27 pounds, and all of it being fat. I'm able to have the energy to work out and stay with my fitness goals, keep up with my family. And so I'm losing weight, so I feel better, my clothes feel better, and I'm actually gaining muscle mass. So it's a perfect combination for me.
I started the program because I was overweight and my life expectancy was very short. I lost 244 pounds in 14 months. Before the program, I had diabetes, high blood pressure, I was on medication, and now I'm on nothing.
After the first week, I'm thinking, gosh, I'm not even hungry, you know, I mean, and to me, that was amazing. I can't emphasize it enough. I mean, when, you know, to your whole life to be hungry and then all of a sudden not to be hungry, I mean, that's great. That's a new feeling for me.
When I was turned on to Cornerstone, it worked wonders. The shakes were amazing. The shakes are really good.
What a transformation. It's been amazing to see my son lose weight, feel healthy, feel so good about himself. I can't say enough. It's just a tremendous feeling to see this program and how it worked for my son.
I never really had a weight problem until probably my 50s, and so I'm really green at, you know, in terms of a lot of things that my friends already do. We went to the online product, and I found that it was really helpful to me. This program has provided me the opportunity to learn a lot about the composition of foods, and it's resulted in, you know, about 11 pounds of weight loss. It's fun to track what I'm eating and, you know, and to see the outcome. That's really the best part of it.
I was diagnosed with a severe case of sleep apnea, so at that point he turned me to getting better nutrition, and that's why I was doing the program. I've seen enormous amount of muscle and a tremendous amount of weight loss in fat percentage. Life in general has been better. I've been able to sleep better. Things of all that sort have really just changed my life.
I just celebrated my 66th birthday on June the 30th of this year. With my 50th anniversary coming up, I thought that would be great to do something to celebrate it. I've lost 25 pounds, and it took me approximately 8 weeks.
My medical status is much improved. My cholesterol went from, I think it was around 220 to 131. My blood pressure has gone down. I was on 300 milligrams of my blood pressure medication. I went to 150 to 75, and I'm hoping that I should be off at this visit.
It's very easy. I'm a mom on the go, so I can make my shakes in the morning. I have 2 a day. I've lost 18 pounds of pure fat, which is amazing to me.
It's working. I mean, it's real comfortable, easy to do. I'm at from 307 down to 270, so that's 37 pounds in 4 months, so that's really good. My clothes are fitting. I wear clothes that I haven't worn in 2 or 3 years. You can get up easier. Now that this weight's going away, that feeling's coming back where, you know, you can pop right up and go.
Some happy people. I've never heard of anything like this. Is there anything like this?
No, nothing like this out there.
There isn't. And Dr. Hopkins, what are you seeing in terms of results?
My patients are really thrilled with it. One of the reasons why they're seeing clinical results. They're not only losing weight, but they're also improving some of the medical problems that they've been suffering from.
I love to hear about the patients that have come off 100 units, 200 units of insulin a day. I mean, in the old days, we didn't know we could do that. You know, people lose, and it doesn't require that much loss. If you're talking about fat, it's not like you have to lose 100 pounds.
And they feel like they have a team around them. That's a big plus, isn't it?
Big plus. Now, and I think that's the difference, is that now you have the doctor being engaged with the weight loss process.
So what happens to the hurdles of awkwardness or embarrassment?
Well, it really essentially can go away. When you have a tool, a doctor feels comfortable about having the tools to help a patient, then that awkwardness goes away.
I really love that aspect of it, and we're going to hear a little bit more right now about what happens when a patient and doctor team up. Everything changes.
We've had a number of patients who've had dramatic drops in their hemoglobin A1C, at least 2 points, and have had a significant change in their body habitus. Patients have had more energy. We've been able to see that their sugars have been so low that we've now been able to take many of these people off their medications with a significant financial impact. We also have noticed that a lot of the cholesterol elevation, primarily triglycerides, have dropped dramatically with the weight loss as well.
Patients love it. They find it to be easy. The technology and the websites are easy to manage. They're monitored on a regular basis.
It is really rewarding when, for the first time in my 20-some-odd-year career, I can actually take people off blood pressure medicines, diabetes medicines, metabolic syndrome medicines, because they're losing the fat, as that disappears and they get healthier, to see the smile and the satisfaction and the health, getting off medicines that they hate to take and getting healthier and feeling better, and their knee arthritis and their low back gets better, and it's just this positive upward cycle. Instead of that vicious downward cycle, they get this positive upward cycle of success building on success, and it's by far more rewarding than just juggling medicines.
During this 6-week period, I was on vacation for 10 days and I've still lost that 18 pounds. So if I can go on vacation and come back and lose a few pounds, that's a miracle.
And this is, I would guess, where the big payoff is. What else are you seeing in terms of medical benefits?
Well, what people need to realize is body fat causes inflammation. Okay, the body fat cells release inflammatory substances in the blood. So when you lower body fat level, you lower inflammation. You feel better, you look better, you have more energy, and all these diseases, all these things that body fat is a risk factor for, including breast cancer, things like heart disease, diabetes, arthritis, sleep apnea, they all get better.
You have patient satisfaction based on active results in weight loss that have shown health improvement. So I think those are the things that really spell it for me. They're saying, hey, this is a valuable tool that is helping both the doctor and the patient improve their life.
Anybody can lose weight. It's keeping it off. It's keeping that body fat off. It's staying healthy. It's having control of your life back. This is a control issue. For a lot of people that feel that they're out of control, one of the biggest things they talk about is their weight. And giving people control of their life, or giving the tools to have control of their life, to me is one of the most important things you can do for another human being.
So that's your cue. If your doctor is the first person you should go to, then you've had the invitation and the message here today. We hope that you'll take that very seriously, take the good words that you've heard today, and ask about the Cornerstone Wellness Program. It may just be the thing that changes your life too. Thanks for joining us.